Hello and welcome. Today's update is very important, especially for drivers age 65 and older, because there are official changes happening with driving rules in many parts of the United States. And at the same time, there are also important updates related to stimulus programs, pensions, and benefits that seniors depend on every month. In this video, I will explain everything step by step in simple language, so you clearly understand what is changing, why it matters, and how it could affect your daily life, your income, and your independence. Let's begin with the driving rules, because for many seniors, being able to drive safely is not just about convenience, it is about freedom, access to medical care, grocery shopping, social visits, and even managing important benefit paperwork. Across the country, state motor vehicle departments are reviewing their policies for older drivers, and while not every rule is the same in every state, there are three major areas where changes are being discussed or already applied in several states. The first area is license renewal requirements for older drivers. In many states, drivers renew their licenses every several years, sometimes online or by mail. However, for drivers over a certain age, usually 65 or 70, some states are now requiring in-person renewals more often. This means you may need to go to a local office, show identification, and sometimes complete a vision screening before your license can be renewed. The reason given by officials is to ensure that vision, reaction time, and general alertness remain at safe levels for driving. While this is presented as a safety measure, it can feel stressful or inconvenient, especially for seniors who live far from DMV offices or have transportation challenges. The second area involves vision and medical reporting. Some states are strengthening vision test rules, meaning that if your eyesight does not meet certain standards during renewal, you may be required to provide additional documentation from an eye doctor before being approved to drive. In addition, healthcare providers in some states are being encouraged or required to report certain medical conditions that may affect safe driving, such as serious vision loss, seizures, or advanced cognitive impairment. This does not mean that seniors will automatically lose their licenses, but it does mean that medical issues may now play a bigger role in licensing decisions than before. The third area is testing after certain age thresholds. A few states are considering or already using policies that require additional driving tests for seniors above specific ages, especially if there has been an accident, traffic violation, or medical concern reported. These tests are meant to check real-world driving skills, not to punish older drivers, but many seniors worry that these policies may unfairly target them simply because of age rather than actual driving ability. Now, it is very important to understand that not every state has the same rules, and changes do not happen all at once across the entire country. However, the overall trend is that state agencies are paying more attention to senior driver safety, and that means more paperwork, more screenings, and sometimes more in-person visits for older adults. The best protection for seniors is staying informed, keeping medical records up to date, and making sure vision and health checkups are done regularly so there are no surprises when renewal time comes. Let's now talk about why this driving issue is closely connected to stimulus payments, pensions, and benefit programs. Many seniors rely on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, veterans benefits, and state assistance programs. Managing these benefits often requires attending appointments, verifying identity, responding to letters, or visiting local offices when problems occur. If driving becomes harder, delayed, or restricted, it can directly affect how easily a senior can protect their income and access their benefits. Social Security remains the primary income source for millions of older Americans. Each year, cost of living adjustments are applied to help keep up with rising prices. While these increases help, they often do not fully cover the higher costs of housing, food, medical care, and utilities. That is why many seniors also depend on additional assistance programs such as energy help, food support, and property tax relief. When driving access becomes more limited, simply getting to the right offices or community centers to apply for help can become more difficult. This is especially true for seniors who live alone or in rural areas where public transportation is limited or not available at all. Driving is not just about getting from one place to another, it is directly connected to financial security and access to support. Another important point to understand is that many benefit programs now require identity verification, address confirmation, and occasional in-person reviews when there are problems with payments. Even though many services are online or by phone, issues like missing deposits, benefit suspensions, or fraud alerts often require personal visits to resolve. For seniors who face new driving restrictions, this can create delays that affect rent, medicine, and daily living expenses. Now let's talk about stimulus-style relief programs and emergency assistance, because while large nationwide stimulus checks are not happening the same way they did in past years, there are still targeted relief programs that seniors should know about. These include state-based rebates, energy assistance during extreme weather seasons, prescription drug savings programs, and housing-related tax relief. Many of these programs are not automatic, meaning seniors must apply or re-verify eligibility to receive them. Again, transportation plays a major role in accessing these services, especially for those who are not comfortable using computers or smartphones. Pension programs, especially for retired public workers and veterans, also involve periodic verification. Some retirees must confirm that they are still eligible, still residing in the country, or still meeting program requirements. Delays in responding to these requests can sometimes result in temporary payment holds. This is another reason why maintaining the ability to travel safely to offices or trusted assistance centers remains so important for older adults. It is also worth discussing how scams and misinformation increase during times of rule changes. When seniors hear about new DMV policies, benefit adjustments, or payment changes, scammers often take advantage of the confusion. They may pretend to be government workers and claim that a license will be suspended or benefits will stop unless money or personal information is provided. Seniors must remember that legitimate agencies do not demand immediate payments over the phone and do not threaten arrest over benefit issues. Staying calm, verifying information, and speaking to trusted family members or community counselors before taking action can prevent serious financial harm. Now, some seniors worry that these new driving rules are a sign that the government wants to take licenses away from older people. That is not the stated goal of these policies. The official explanation is safety, both for drivers and for others on the road. However, it is understandable that seniors feel concerned when extra steps are required only because of age. This is why it is important for older drivers to prepare in advance, keep medical appointments regular, update eyeglass prescriptions when needed, and stay informed about renewal dates so there is enough time to complete any required steps without panic or pressure. Family support also becomes very important during these transitions. Adult children, relatives, and community volunteers can help with transportation, paperwork, and appointment scheduling. Many communities also have senior transportation services that offer rides to medical visits and government offices. While not perfect, these programs can help reduce the stress that comes from driving limitations. Before we move into the next part, I want to remind you that none of these changes mean that seniors are losing their rights or their benefits. What is changing is how often certain checks happen and how carefully agencies are reviewing safety and eligibility. Understanding these changes early gives you more control and helps you avoid last-minute problems. In the next part, I will explain more about how seniors can protect their benefits, manage income safely, plan for transportation changes, and stay financially secure even if driving becomes more difficult. I will also explain what to do if you receive letters about your license or your benefits and how to respond calmly and correctly so nothing is interrupted. Now let's talk about what seniors can do to stay protected and prepared as these changes continue. The most important thing is not to wait until there is a problem. Being proactive gives you more options and reduces stress. If your license renewal is coming up, checking the requirements early allows you to schedule vision exams or medical appointments in advance if they are needed. This prevents last-minute surprises that could temporarily stop you from driving legally. It is also very helpful to keep important documents organized and easy to access. This includes identification, medical records related to vision or chronic conditions, and benefit letters from Social Security or pension programs. When agencies ask for verification, having paperwork ready can save weeks of delay. Seniors who struggle with paperwork should not feel embarrassed to ask for help from family, trusted neighbors, or senior assistance organizations. Financial planning also becomes more important when transportation changes may affect daily routines. Seniors should review their budgets and consider what expenses might increase, such as delivery fees for groceries or medications, or transportation services for appointments. Planning ahead helps avoid emergencies when money becomes tight at the end of the month. Even small adjustments can make a big difference in staying comfortable and independent. Now let's talk about benefits again, because many seniors worry that if they lose driving access, they will also lose control over their finances. This does not have to happen. Direct deposit remains the safest way to receive Social Security, pensions, and disability payments. It reduces the risk of lost or stolen checks and ensures money arrives on time even if you cannot travel easily. Seniors who are not using direct deposit yet should seriously consider switching because it provides stability and peace of mind. For seniors who already receive benefits, it is important to read every letter that arrives from government agencies, even if it looks confusing or stressful. Many letters are simply updates or routine checks, but ignoring them can cause unnecessary problems. If you do not understand a letter, ask someone you trust to help read it with you. Acting early prevents benefit suspensions and protects your income. Another important topic is medical care because health and driving ability are closely connected. Regular checkups not only help you stay healthy, but they also help protect your driving privileges by identifying issues early. Vision problems, medication side effects, and balance issues can often be managed with proper treatment. Doctors can also provide documentation showing that you are fit to drive safely if needed for license renewal. Mental and emotional health is just as important. Losing driving independence can feel like losing freedom, and this can lead to sadness, frustration, or isolation. Seniors should not ignore these feelings. Staying socially connected through phone calls, community programs, religious groups, or senior centers helps maintain emotional well-being and reduces loneliness. Independence is not only about driving, it is also about staying connected and involved. Community resources play a big role here. Many cities and towns offer senior transportation services, meal delivery programs, and benefit counseling. These services are designed to help older adults remain in their homes and stay financially secure. While not perfect, they can reduce the impact of transportation changes and help seniors continue managing their own affairs. Now let's return to the topic of stimulus-style assistance and emergency support. Even though large national checks are not currently being issued, smaller programs still exist to help with heating bills, medical costs, and housing expenses. Seniors who stay informed are more likely to qualify and receive help when they need it. Again, many of these programs require applications or renewals, so staying organized and responding quickly to requests is key. It is also important for seniors to protect themselves from financial fraud during times of change. Scammers often pretend to represent the DMV, Social Security, or Medicare. They may claim there is a problem with your license or benefits and demand immediate action. Seniors must remember that real agencies do not pressure people to act immediately or ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or personal banking details over the phone. Taking time to verify information can prevent devastating losses. Family communication is another powerful tool. Seniors should talk openly with family members about upcoming license renewals, medical appointments, and benefit issues. This does not mean giving up independence. It means building a support system so that when problems arise, solutions are already in place. Planning together creates safety without taking away dignity. Now let's look at the bigger picture. These driving rule changes and benefit program reviews are part of a broader effort to manage an aging population and keep systems running safely. While the rules may feel uncomfortable or unfair, they are not meant to punish seniors. They are meant to balance safety with independence, and that balance is not always easy. Staying informed and prepared gives you power in a system that can sometimes feel confusing. The most important message today is this: seniors still matter, seniors still have rights, and seniors still deserve financial stability and personal independence. Changes in driving rules do not change the value of your experience, your contributions, or your place in your family and community. These changes simply mean that staying organized, informed, and connected is more important than ever. As we close today's update, remember what you have learned. Driving rules for seniors are changing in many states, especially around renewals, vision checks, and medical reporting. These changes can affect how easily you manage daily life and protect your benefits. At the same time, staying informed about pensions, Social Security, and assistance programs helps ensure your income remains stable. Preparation, communication, and awareness are your strongest tools. Please take time to review your license renewal dates, keep your medical checkups regular, read your benefit letters carefully, and talk with your family about support options. These simple steps can protect your freedom, your finances, and your peace of mind. Thank you for staying with me through this important update. Staying informed is one of the best ways to protect yourself and your future. Your safety, your independence, and your financial security all matter, and by understanding these changes, you are already taking strong steps to stay in control of your life.